Um, we are looking to try to get everything together and make sure that we have a chat. So hopefully we have a chat now. If you come in, I want you to share this video if you can. Let's see if we can get going. Okay, so hopefully the live will work now. Or we might actually have it. Comments are turned off. How? Okay, guys. So, oh, now you have a chat. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Now it's saying that the comments are turned off, which suck, but I guess it is what it is. I want to welcome you guys on. It's been a long time. I apologize, guys, but I do want to thank God for opening up my YouTube again. I got a message from Violet, and she told me that they were allowing people who had their YouTubes taken to be returned and restored. So I was able to get my YouTube back. Praise God, and things have opened up in a powerful way because I'm able to reach everyone again. I'll tell you guys, it really sucked when I found out that I was going to be removed. And I was doing things that would allow for America to be better. More volume? Okay, let me try. What about this? Is this better? Is that better for volume? Test, test. Is this better for volume? Let me know if you guys can hear me because I only seen from one person. Perfect. Okay. So, guys, I want you to realize that we have been gone for a while, but we've had some blessings happen. So, I'm going to ask you to share this all over. Barb, hey, hey. Hey, let me know what state you guys are from. I want to give you some love for coming from your state. And I want to ask you if you could you please share this with 10 people? Because I want to ask, how many of you guys are sick of bad actors stealing our money, doing wrong, the whole thing with the EP guy, the fact that they're not arrested? Arizona! Cindy, what's up? Missy from Tennessee, hey, hey. Kawasaki from Connecticut, Jolene from Kansas. We got Alabama in the house. Michigan in the house, Texas in the house. We missed one. Was it Kentucky? Washington in the house. It is written. Washington State. Big Jeff Winter, what's up? Cars Car, Devil Dog, pleasure to see you as well. Woohoo! Lindsay's Crash Constitutional Course, Alaska in the building. The Baron, rural Arizona. Woo! And the Sticks. I'm so happy to see all you guys again. I'll let you know that a lot of the change that was made in America is because of you guys. They took our YouTube, and the funny thing is that Baltimore. How do you pronounce that? Deployed to, is it Djibouti? Virginia, home is Florida. Diana Sharp, what's up? How you living? Now, guys, I got to tell you, we got a lot of work done when we were gone. We got thousands of victories around America. I will tell you that I got a chance to work with Trump's team. I was teaching them over a year. As a matter of fact, just so y'all know, and y'all might want to share this out, I want to let y'all know that this whole thing in Florida, where it's being discussed about not having any property tax, I'm going to tell you that I was talking to one of Trump's people, and I was showing them in the law what was going on. Now, I have a property tax class, and I have another class, amazing, and I'm going to tell you what that class is. I have another class. I didn't tell y'all. I started doing, because some of the people asked me, webinars in order to open the doors and teach people about the law. And let me see, please share and come. And what happened I went up the ranks. I started teaching Trump's actual media lady. She went to my tax class, and there's people here who can give testimony. She went to my tax class where we taught the real 1913 law. The real 1913 law is the Tariff Act. So she was there to witness that the true law was a tariff law, meaning that when stuff came in from overseas, there was a certain percentage that had to be made on it in the form of taxes. And what happened is that was the 1913 Act that everybody says we have to do certain things from, right? She went to that class. She also went to the property tax class. And in the property tax class, she learned about different things in regards to property tax, and she told me that she was going to go and talk to Florida governor about it, and she had other contacts that she was going to talk to about it. Hey, unlock the Constitution. So she went to Florida governor, from what I believe, and told them about the real truth about the tax and where it came from for property. And it was beautiful. So we had that situation happen. And then we had across the nation is starting to spread. Now, guys, I'm telling you, we also have my team got together and I said, by God, guys, we have the power to restore the nation and we can teach government. So what I want you to do, guys, is give me whatever state you want to as a test state. And what we will do is we will show you from scratch how to go and get the attention of the good servants in your state, teach them, and then be able to move them to handle the law. Florida in the building. Everybody else, let me know where you're from. And please, if you enjoyed these free lives, guys, this was my best thing. Angela in Georgia, hey. I love to teach the people in mass and build the people. You can look back. I have 411 videos on this YouTube before they took it. And many of the YouTube videos is me giving you guys knowledge, wisdom, and understanding when it comes to the law, showing you guys how to get scholarly reviews of what happened in 2020, showing you guys how to lead your servants, showing you guys the Mason's Manual of Legislative Procedure, showing you guys the state constitutions, the fundamental principles, etc., which we did use to move the Supreme Court. So if you guys are watching, you'll realize that the OSHA mandates were knocked down. That was us. There was like 15,000 of us that sent out notice across the country to get that done. Hold on one second. Let me share this with some more people. So please share as well, guys. If you could too, could you please give me a follow if you enjoy this type of content? Could you also give me a share to people who you believe want to see change in America? And I have to ask you guys, can you guys tell me, are there things that you've been witnessing that you saw happen across the nation, law-wise or government-wise, that has made you feel like maybe things aren't right? Because some powerful things happen in recent history, guys. Like, there is a nation, oh gosh, the Supreme Court. So the OSHA situation got knocked down. I think we hit them with 8,000 or 15,000 notices, letting them know the fundamental law and how they're not able to force anybody to do anything with certain, things in their arms and stuff. We also got the ability to stop the ATF. We literally came together and told everybody, hey, watch this. The ATF is going to be without power to go after people for certain things anymore. James Burnett, what up, what up? Good to see you. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, we used certain law and we came together as a people. And I'm going to tell you guys that I think part of the issue, like with Katie, the lady who is the governor in Arizona, or is, wanting my page gone because she got my Twitter page taken, right? Coming together and using real law and real stuff. I'm going to let you guys know the other people who were doing scholarly reviews of 2020. This is crazy. Just 2 days ago, I tried to remember type name, notified you, popped up. Thank you, Meekly. Hey, DH. Thank you, heavy arms. What's up? Oh man, see y'all gonna get me like emotional in this mud because y'all my people, right? This is the sad thing. They wanted to separate us as the people. And a lot of us went on Telegram. I didn't get to tell you guys this. We went on Telegram and we got thousands and thousands of people in private groups so that they couldn't get rid of us. Thank you so much. Thank you for the welcome, Unlock the Constitution. So we got together, right, on Telegram and we started serving notices to OSHA, the Supreme Court, Trump's people, the legislature, and we've been winning all across the country, guys, like real law, real effective stuff. I don't know if y'all seen what happened with my guy Nick D. Hey, Pamela T. Phoenix. So we did a notice to the Supreme Court and they started looking for cases. So there's a case called the Bruin case. You guys got to look it up. But we warned everybody. We said, look, we're going to do this notice. This notice is going to cause them to go after people. Stop checking. Never stop checking and listening to your work. Thank you so much for the love. But yeah, and see, I wish. Oh, was that big chap I saw real quick? Was that big chap? Dono from Traverse City. JG, what's up, Rodney? I'm still a mod. There you go. Big chap in the building. Hey, Joy. Mama Joy in the cut. Man, so many of y'all, what it does. Hey, we chilling. Hey, guys, I'm telling you, we've had so many victories that I want to tell you guys about. And I'm going to tell you, when we taught Trump, what does a super chat do? I don't know exactly how to set it up. What do I have to do? Look, you too, Lootless. Man, it's crazy. Like some of my realest people were on YouTube and I haven't seen y'all in a while. And it's crazy because we've been getting wins. And I wish y'all could see some of the stuff that we've done and been through. Like Nick D, he didn't get hired because he wouldn't get the jab or a check. And he used our process. He collected 16,500. Clint! Wisconsin in the building. Been laying low. Hey, we about to turn it up now if the Lord wills. Let me ask y'all, Super Chat allows love gifts. I don't know if I have a way to get love gifts right now. I don't know how to do the Super Chat. I still got Switcher Studio. I think they might allow something. I got a Zelle. Some of my trustees have Cash Apps. Double Dog. I remember we were on LWN together. Heavy. Denise. Now Denise is one of the old school soul sisters and witnessing and taking part in the change of the whole America, guys. Like I'm telling y'all, a lot of stuff that you're seeing that happened with the Supreme Court, a lot of stuff that you're seeing that happened with issues with Trump cases, a lot of stuff is just getting heavy. You have to be monetized by YouTube. See, that's the thing. I don't know for sure if I want to get monetized by YouTube because I think the scrutiny level, as always, will be way higher. So I never open the door for those things. I just allow people to send something somewhere else if they wanted to. And I do have this Switcher Studio app that I use that I'm going to see if I can connect to here. But what it allows me to do is it allows me to like run on my own screen and my own stuff, and I can send the stream to here, but it's a lot different. And I think it has a place where people can give gifts or something like that. Hold on one second, guys. Yeah, so Anyway, I'm so happy to see y'all again, though. Y'all just don't know. We've been able to get a lot of victory. Dave, I received 75,000 from Yale in Connecticut when I saw you and Nick. Oh, Kawasaki. So you are the lady who was working as a nurse, right? And you won 75,000. You used the process, and then at the end, you just got an attorney to collect the money. Is that you? But guys, I'm going to tell you that we've had so many victories. Our PMAs got massive victories. Daughter of the Most High. Hey, hey, how's it going? Everybody, let me know what state you are from. Oh, y'all got to tell me. Let me know what y'all think about what's going on in the world today when it comes to like the EP stuff, where there's a list that seems like it's not going out. And I want you guys to let me know what you think about um, how stuff is going with government. Have y'all noticed that Mo was that Missouri? Matt Spencer from Michigan. What up, bro? Illinois. That's right. Unlock the Constitution. Oh yeah, I'm still working on muscle cars. If I'm allowed to talk about it, y'all gotta let me know if I'm allowed to talk about it. But yeah, I got the twin turbo Mopar running for quite some time now, and now I'm doing some frame support and cutting it so that I can make the back tire a little bit bigger. Alan Davis, what up? Medical inpatient coder, yes. Yep, Kawasaki, I remember you. I don't remember what your name was, and I wouldn't even try to say it anyway. Um, but I do remember you did the work and you showed yourself as faithful, and you got the blessing. So that's huge. Whatever you want to talk about, we'll listen. Monica, watch PBD with Red Balloon last night. Wait, what happened with Epstein info? Yes, love hearing about your muscle cars, Dave. Oh, come on, man. Y'all showing the brother love. I'm gonna tell y'all, a lot of places aren't like YouTube. Like in a lot of places, people only love me for remedy. They're just like, yeah, Dave gives us law remedy. You help us get stuff that you win. Um, but we don't want to hear about your cars. Like people have literally told me that. Like, don't talk about your cars. Haven't talked to Josh in quite a long time. We stopped working together back in the day. Um, some stuff happened, but eh. I still give him lots of praise for all that he has brought to the table. We just don't do everything together anymore. Ah, okay, I know who you are. But gotcha, gotcha. So victims have ongoing court cases. Yeah, it's crazy, guys, because and everybody please share this live. We got 64 people on here. But I will tell you, ooh, Audi. Audis are fun. Yes, you're allowed to talk about muscle cars. Just popped up on and said to myself, hey, I remember this guy. He's great. Aw, come on, man. But hey, I got so much more remedy for y'all. Um, some of the ladies in the beginning, and I haven't talked about this very much, but some of the ladies opened the doors or told me pretty much, and I listened to start making little private webinars, because what I would do is I would come live and I would make thousands of hours. You guys know I had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 hour spaces or videos either here or on Twitter and on Facebook. They took my Facebook, but I was just doing it all day, every day, and we were working down stuff and getting victories, and we started doing PMAs to block them doing shutdowns, and um, we had thousands of entities created, and all of our entities that listened to us stayed open during the close down. And so I ended up getting becoming really famous for doing that. So businesses from all over the country started coming to me for PMAs. So it was crazy when you were wearing your mechanic shirt. That's funny. Yeah, that's the thing. I like wearing my mechanic shirt. I like dressing down, guys. Like I like to be the underdog, unexpected guy. Like I don't want you to think I have any knowledge. I want you to think I'm dumb as a doorknob. So when bad actors as attorneys, etc., come after me, I can bring that heavy smoke, you know? that they don't want to fight me if I let them know what I know, so I lose a lot of fun. The chosen few, what up? So please do share, guys. We got 63 people on here and 44 likes. Let me ask, if you're here and you really like it, can you give some likes? But I wanted to know how to bring somebody on. I did turn on in the settings before I got on here. And thank you for the share. We just jumped to 72 people. Oh man, it's been a long time, Diane, that we've known each other. Um, I tried to change the settings so I can bring people on and we can talk a little bit and stuff to people who uh, know and understand what it is that we've been doing. I just don't know how to do it. Liz Harris, Outlaw Off Road. Wait. Is that Liz Harris or is that somebody saying Liz Harris? Liz Harris been able to do some cool stuff too. I haven't talked to her in a little bit. Um, but man, it's so much wrong that was being done. Jolene, what's up? Yeah, I wish that I could show you guys so many things. Make sure you're in live chat up top, guys. Live chat up top. Can you show me how to make sure that I can see a live chat? Um, oh yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, see that's the thing. Some of us go back some years, and you know, if you guys could see the oh, so I didn't get to tell you about this one, but we also what's up, Hobnobbler? We've been able to move the Supreme Court and actually order the Supreme Court justice to go out and tell people about the fact that we, the people, are sovereign. Now, if there's a case called Chisholm versus Georgia. In the case Chisholm versus Georgia, you see where it is said that the people are sovereign, not the government servants. And it breaks it down so deep. Hi, Dave John here from UK. Hey, can you write that again? Because it went away so fast. I don't want to miss what you said. But I will tell you guys that I was trying to figure out how to. Oh, what just happened here? Good to see you too, Bruce. I was trying to figure out how to bring somebody on. And then also, I'm trying to get to the super chat area, but I can't do it in studio. So I was trying to figure things out. All message instead of top messages. Okay, I see the live chat from my phone. John Moore said, "Hi Dave, John from the UK, asking would all your knowledge and video I used to watch would help us here in the UK, please." Heck yeah. Well, so you got to understand that the UK has a lot of the law that we had. So let me just break some down to y'all. Do y'all want to be free today? Like, I mean, like psychologically, mentally freed? Because I opened up the doors to talk on Twitter, on Facebook, and I started showing you guys back in the day about the people's right to assemble. I don't know on YouTube how far we got to get in that. So, oh yeah, I started tell about the notice sent to the Supreme Court about no immunity. Yeah, there's no immunity for bad actors or government officials. Um, yes, this is truly live, Jess Garcia. You are really here. We're talking. So I'm going to give you guys some stuff to help you to become psychologically free. So I opened up the doors back in the day by God. I'm going to just preface this by saying, guys, all the knowledge that I've gained is from God, nobody else. Um, I prayed to God and I asked for certain things, and I had pain and trauma in my life, and it caused me to. Thank you so much, Bruce. You rock. It caused me to dig deep and to search, and then at the same time, biblically, I will wake up, and every morning, God, would cause, I believe, the same Bible verses or type ideas to keep popping up every single week. I mean, I'm sorry, every day. for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, right? T-Town girl, what's up? So I was hurting because I realized, Jane, thank you so much. Um, I was hurting because of what they did to me, and I realized it was for a cause. But when I looked in the Bible, there was a pattern where God would allow somebody to learn the law, and then he would use them to start teaching other people that he prepared already the law so that they can carry out all that they needed to do to be able to help each other. Now, I kept seeing this in the Bible over and over again. I kept seeing some other verses that talked about bad actors not using the law lawfully and God getting upset. So he'll raise somebody up, and it just kept happening, kept happening, kept happening. So I realized that in my own life, I'm going to go through something where I'm going to have to learn the law and I'm going to suffer the same way that the people in the Bible had to suffer. And that's exactly how it happened. And so in the meantime, God let me dig deep. I started finding knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that I know no attorney knew. And I had to suffer through a unlawful process in order to understand the patterns of bad actors. So I would see like, they would mail your documents to the wrong place. They would give you the wrong type of tribunal. Now it's funny, y'all haven't been around, but we sent notices as we the people, just regular everyday people. Some of them are in this chat right now. We sent notices to the government and let the Supreme Court know, hey, we realize that y'all have been using tribunals that are not courts, that are totally administrative. And I was telling y'all this back in the day, and people laughed at us. They said, Dave, how this gonna get us anywhere, right? And people were trying to make a decision on YouTube who they were gonna follow. So they're like, oh, I'm going to follow this guy because he's an attorney. He dresses nice, this, that, this, that. Dave, I don't know. You don't have a law license, blah, 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 blah. Well, we ended up being the only ones to have a 2020 review of what happened in our state because we followed the right law and we didn't follow vain people. So there was a big group of other people who were together saying that they were going to review everything too, but then somebody hijacked their movement who had really curly hair and wore a pink jacket. He hijacked their movement and ran it all into the dirt. So across the nation, nobody had a 2020 check and access to all the paper stuff that people use to select who they wanted to be the executive in the nation, right? So a lot of people followed things that like biblically I could show this don't make sense. And we all went a different way. So as we went the different way, there was less of us than there was the people who just went after the big names. And so we actually got many, 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 many victories. As a matter of fact, like for those of you who knew of Carrie Lake couldn't get standing for a court case. God actually allowed me to write the documents for her to get for her to be able to get standing. She couldn't do it. So after we got her standing, we wanted to open the door for more people to be able to learn. And I'm gonna tell y'all something that happened in recent history. Real life fire. Free your mind. Watch. So in recent history, guys, I was trying to tell you guys about assembling for the common good, and the people have the power to just restore the nation, take back all power, fix everything, instruct government, lead them to do what's right. We've been able to do that in many states. Now, here's what's crazy. Thank you so much, Big Chat. Here's what's so crazy. YouTube faith takes you far. So we opened the doors for people to start learning about teaching gov. So we started teaching New Hampshire government officials. We started teaching Ohio, Indiana, California, Arizona, all over the country, right? So we used a new process that has not been shown before, Oklahoma, right? And or in our generation, it hasn't been used. We use this process and we got government officials on our pages now teaching all over the place, right? So what we did is we started teaching the people this process, and then people who wanted the nation to stay in a bad place, they started doing exactly the opposite. So then we showed this process. Lots of people got victory, and lots of government officials started learning how to use the law. But something happened that was super heavy. we saw in recent history, I don't know if y'all know this, a republic in recent history change their person in office and got rid of bad actors who were corrupt on freaking Discord. They came together on an encrypted platform called Discord, voted online, 30-year-olds, and took their nation back. And the government understood, like, this is the will of the people. They thought they were going to ignore the people. Like, people say to me, Dave, how does your process work if they ignore you? It doesn't matter if they ignore. Yep, Nepal. How does it work, Dave? How do we assemble together if they got this and that and all this power? I'm like, guys, you don't have to worry about that. All you got to do is tell the people will take back all power that they have. That's just the way that it works. Look, if you give somebody a little bit of power, they will take it, right? So when the people realize that they have all political power and they can change things like this, like right now, there's people who decide they don't want to come back to work, and there's soldiers that need to get paid, right? A lot of y'all are worried about these soldiers that need to get paid, but guys, you got to realize this is our money. There's no reserves. Where's all our reserves? Where's all our money at from all the stuff that we've done and all the oil that's produced and all that? Where is the reserves of the people? And if all this tariff money has come in, guys, who does it belong to? If everything that government does is on behalf of the people, doesn't that mean that it belongs to the people? So why do we have money where we got to have some mystery dude giving money, right? Some mystery dude is giving money to the soldiers. Well, where's all our money? That's right. Where's the gold? Where's our money, right? Thank you, Olivia. If y'all liking this, please give me a like too. We got 64 likes with 89 people. Give me a like and please share this live out, because I will do these all the times, guys. This was one of my best joys in the world, is being able to come before you guys and talk about the real law, talk to powerful people, because guys, we've gotten thousands of wins now and we didn't have y'all. All of you guys who were my major go-to people that I used to come bring the truth to, and we'll send out notices together, we ain't been with y'all. So imagine God, wisdom, all this victory, and we can literally do whatever we need to do if we got y'all. And God, right when I was praying to God to be able to move and get to more people and to be able to teach more people the truth, God let Violet come and tell me where I can get my YouTube at. Right? So guys, what we the like is on the actual video, I think down to the left, you can give a like. Right here where it says 70, right here is where you can give a like. Excuse my crack on my screen. But yeah, it's been years, but guys, we've had so many wins. It's unbelievable. And I want you guys to have the same wins. We've had people beat their HOAs. We've had people beat bad actors. We had people get rid of criminal convictions after the fact. Like, dude had a criminal conviction where they unlawfully prosecuted him. I wrote a notice. He took the notice without changing it and sent it to all the government officials. Yeah, I do need to keep Rumble as a backup, but y'all got to follow me on Rumble. I'm at Dave Cares for you on Rumble. I'm on Odyssey too. I would love if you guys would follow me everywhere so we could keep things moving. Like, if y'all want to bring that dang smoke, if y'all want to change America, I'm telling you, we got the power to do it. I'm telling you, like, with no doubts, right? And with me having this YouTube back, we have more than enough people right now to change everything. It's just, do y'all want to? I got rid of a case and had it drop last year. There you go, Susan Manning. Fire, right? You have to X out of the chat and come back. All right, so guys, in Nepal, 30-year-olds, thank you so much for the welcome back. 30-year-olds got on Discord, voted for a new public officer on Discord, and the government recognized them. They restored their nation, removed corrupt people like this, right? I'm letting you guys know that we have more power than they have in Nepal. We got it. It's in our constitutional documents that We can reform, alter, abolish in any way we need, right? We could take all our power back, Karen. We could take all our power back. We won't have to worry about how we're going to pay for um, our soldiers, because we could just come together and make new safeguards and make a new treasury and fund our own stuff. We don't have, guys, I don't know about a lot of y'all, but have y'all not looked up and noticed how clear it is outside now that everything is locked down? It, have y'all not noticed that there's not planes going across the skies, leaving streaks and clouds and stuff falling down on you, and you coughing like crazy and all that stuff? It's been it's been clear as heck for a couple of weeks, ever since they locked down for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm telling y'all, hey, um, you got to understand that God has opened the doors for us to, and thank you for the likes. Please share the video now. Can you guys make it your own baby? If you're enjoying what I'm telling you, can you make it your own baby and invite 10 people and tell them, hey, this weirdo chocolate brother is on live and he's given us information, knowledge, and wisdom that is the highest level in law. Now, guys, I don't know how to get somebody on to help me so that they can read, because if I could bring somebody on, do y'all see something on the system that tells you guys ask to come live or something like that? Um, if we can, um, somebody said, welcome back, Egghead. Thank you so much. I do have like a little eggy head. I got a Mike Tyson voice. I got a chipped tooth now too. See, I chipped my tooth. I got to get it fixed. Um, got to get it fixed. But anyway, it's a good thing you can get a victory with an egghead though. Do you guys see something that allows people to come on or request to be able to come on? Because I would like to let you guys see something in writing. If not, I would like to read something to you. Um, but guys, I really do feel bad because a lot of the big names on YouTube, who kept their YouTubes for some reason, you know, they were saying that they were going to leave the people. They're just like, oh, well, this is too dangerous. This is too rough. I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. I got to protect my family and all this stuff. I'm like, dude, if we gon' come bring some smoke and we gonna come bring some fire and we gonna teach the real truth, stuff gonna happen, right? But the more of us that teach the truth, the more of us that stand, the better chance that our children's children are going to have a free America. If we won't stand on business, if we won't tell the truth, if we won't do what we need to do, guys, we will fall. And it's sad because I saw thousands of people get their lives and businesses saved. And then I saw some people who could not get their life and business saved. They struggled. They went through pain. They went through agony. They lost everything. So in the same type of situation, you're going to have people who get victory and you're going to have people who lose. You're going to have people who have their lives changed and you're going to have people who fall off. And for me, um, I hate to see people struggling and losing it because there's nobody there to help them to gain knowledge and understanding and wisdom and fight. I don't like it, you know? So uh I want to be able to open the door for massive amounts of knowledge and truth. I want to be able to help you guys to learn things that will blow your mind and not just learn things. I don't want to be a person who I don't want to be a person who just learns stuff. I want to be a person who learns and then applies immediately, right? I want to be able to effectively use what I have to make change in the world. And if I can't do that, I don't know if there's a big point of learning a whole bunch of stuff, right? I don't want to just know stuff. I want to be a monster I want to be good. I want to make change. I want to move government. I want to move the people. I want to help the people to have what they need, right? I want to see people have victory. I want to see people have those things which were taken from them unlawfully reversed and given back. Like we did a lot of teaching on these legislative tribunals that's been taking stuff from people day after day, right? Is no good. And so I want to give you guys some heavy stuff. Like, I don't know if y'all know this, but can I tell y'all something crazy? And I'm going to need you guys to comment in the live chat and let me know. This is something from the law that I would like to give to you guys. And it's going to sound crazy, but I want to know if it's okay if you guys want me to show you. Because I believe that most of the people are trying to figure out what to do, right? And they just know how. We have to do it is not for us, but our kids, the one we need it. Amen. Hey, and plus. Okay, so I got two yes show us out of 78. Let me know if y'all want me to show y'all. I'm drinking my colostrum drink. That stuff is gut healing stuff. Okay, I'm gonna show you fire. Now, some of y'all have seen this already because y'all been working with me behind the scenes. But let me show you guys something from Massachusetts Constitution on Ballotpedia. Now, guys, one thing that I haven't been able to discuss with you guys is the state constitutions and the power thereof. State constitution and the power thereof. I'm going to ask you guys to share this out like crazy now because I'm going to give you some heavy fire. So, what if I told you guys that bad actors have been forcing you to do all types of things? They've been forcing you to not collect rainwater, forcing you to not be able to build on your land, forcing you to give them your money that you earned that should belong to you, right? Here we go. I'm going to give y'all some heavy fire. So we're going to go to Ballotpedia, Massachusetts Constitution. Ballotpedia is just an easy site with all the state constitutions. We're going to go to the preamble just so you guys can see what I'm reading from, so you know this is legit. Okay. I'm going to let you see it so you know I'm reading from something. See that? Now, watch this. So this is how much power you have and the duty that you have. Watch this. Now this came from your forefathers. If you know that your forefathers has left you with this and you understand that your forefathers have left you with this, the ability for you to take life to the next level is just next level, right? When you understand how much power you have, this isn't taught in our schools, this isn't taught anywhere. I'm going to give you this today in order for you to think differently. Now, guys, when people say that they want bad actors to stop forcing them to have to pay some fees to be able to take their cars around, notice, guys, the license to carry a pew pew, the Supreme Court is saying that was unconstitutional. I can also show you that one of our students was a sheriff, I think in Alabama, and he actually went to his sheriff after he retired as a deputy, and he got his sheriff to remove the license and all the fees to be able to carry a pew pew because it was unconstitutional. Got him to move it, and that area lost $750,000 over those licenses, but they were unconstitutional. This is the kind of stuff you can do when you realize that nobody's supposed to be forcing you when you are in the type of state that we the people are in. So let me tell you what it is. I'm going to say something crazy, then I'm going to prove it. I'm going to tell you guys that all these big name attorneys on YouTube who are telling you, oh, these people are sovereign citizens because they say you not supposed to have a license to be able to go down the road and carry a weapon and eat the food you want to eat, and you don't need a license for milk. Right? I'm going to prove to you guys that the people who have been looked at as in power been lying to you. Watch this. We are, as a people in every state, just a voluntary association. Voluntary association. Let's get that heavy work in. Here we go. Going to read to you. To the end of the institution, putting it in place, maintenance, keeping it together, and administration, how it's working of government, the ends, forgive me, is to secure the existence of the body politic. Now, guys, body politic just means a group of people who come together like a church that is political. They have a political connection. All right, now watch this. And to furnish the individual. See, you don't just get justice by what everybody votes together. Watch this. Thank you, Clyde Harris. Much love. Watch this. To furnish the individuals, that's all of us, who compose it with the power of enjoying in safety and tranquility, leave us alone, their natural rights. Now, people aren't telling you about your natural rights. They don't talk about your natural rights, right? But your natural rights are God-given rights. They just come from being one of the people. We're supposed to be able to enjoy our natural rights in tranquility. You realize when we were on a horse and buggy, right? When we were going across the nation on horse and buggy, nobody was supposed to interfere with our right to go. The Bible even tells us to go out and preach the word to every creature, right? All nations, right? Baptizing them, right? And teaching them whatever God has commanded. So you got an order from God, your creator, telling you you need to be able to go around, right? Now let me get deeper. This is going to get heavy. This is going to get heavy. Watch this. Natural rights and the blessings of life. And whenever these great objects are not obtained, when they're not like making you happy and doing what needs to be done and interfering with your ability to peacefully go from wherever you need to, they're your servants. They're not supposed to be forcing you. Watch this. We're going to get heavy. We're going to get heavy. Watch this. And whenever, not every 4 years, not every 2 years during election season, whenever these great objects are not obtained, the people have a right. This is guaranteed. The government swore to it. The people have a right to alter the government, change the whole thing, and more, right? And to take measures necessary for their safety. If our soldiers can't be paid, we should be taking measurements necessary for our safety. If people can't eat, if people can't keep their businesses open, if people can't keep their health right, if people are being forced to take something in their body that they don't want, if people are being forced to do anything, get a license to carry a pew-pew, get a license to go around the corner and go get you some milk, right? Watch this. And take measures necessary for their safety, prosperity, to be able to make more wealth. Guys, it's hard to make more wealth when we're using a secondary entity outside of our treasury that's taking money from us and sending it all over the world. And then they have no money when it's time for us to handle our business. They're like, sorry, no money for you. Here, $1,400 during the lockdown. That's you money. You have that, right? But they give $5,000 bank cards to people who they brought in unlawfully and flooded our country with. You get to take our money, spend it any way you want to, send it to the Ukraine, send it to other nations, make sure we have nothing. People are struggling to get food. And we supposed to just sit here and just take it? Guys, did you know that your nation, your states were set up like this? Because this is the preamble and it's telling you the rights of the people. Now watch this, watch this. It's based on our prosperity and happiness. If you're not happy with what they're doing, then you can actually turn things around as a people and remove them. And it just happened in Nepal. It just happened in Nepal. 30-year-olds who weren't even political, who didn't understand the whole political process, set up to be able to online communicate and make decisions for their nation and change it from their house. Now, I told you guys that we're just a voluntary association. People say, no, that don't make sense. That's not right. Watch. The body politic, that's the group of people who come together with a common purpose politically. The body politic is formed by a voluntary association of individuals. So if it's created by a voluntary association, why would our servants be forcing us to do everything they have to do? Whoo! Guys, this is $1 million worth of knowledge. I'm going to give y'all so much. If the Lord wills, if God lets me live, which I've had some death threats. If the Lord lets me live, I'm going to take you guys to a level so high in knowledge, you won't believe it. I promise. By God. It's going to be heavy. Let me give you some more work. Watch this. It is a social compact by which the whole people covenants with each citizen and each citizen with the whole people, that all shall be governed by certain laws for the common good. That's the common law, not this statutory bull they've been smacking people with. Watch this. It is the duty of the, therefore, in framing a constitution of government, we make the constitutions. If we can make it then, why can't we make it now? If we can fix stuff then, why can't we fix it now? Watch this. To provide for an equitable mode of making laws, as well as for an impartial interpretation and a faithful execution of them, that every man at all times find his security in them. Guys, right now in America, we got a situation going on where if you're filthy rich, you could have been able to do bad stuff against little guys. You could be able to do bad stuff against little guys, babies, and they're not arrested. We live in a land right now where people have been playing with our power. Amen, devil dog. They're playing with our power. We got people who say, look, I'm going to take a check, but I'm just going to stay home and we're not going to open up, the legislative bodies. We're not going to open them up just because. Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I don't care. I would like for them to stay closed. For real. And as we the people, if we have the right to reform, alter, and abolish, why wouldn't we come together and talk about giving them a layoff? Hey, you don't want to come to work? What about we stop your pay? What about we take all our power back and we make new safeguards to pay our soldiers? We make new safeguards to deal with the treasury that doesn't have. There you go. Give you a severance check, $2. You've been doing insider trading anyway. You don't need any extra money, right? But why wouldn't we take our power back, guys, and do an investigation into all those who took part in the EP situation and covering it up? Why wouldn't we do a full investigation into the Charlie Kirk situation? Why wouldn't we do a full investigation, right, into everything else? And Joshua, I see you're putting in messages about notices and people and such. You sent 3 notices. That's not a lot. So I would ask you, how many of your government officials as legislative body members are you actively teaching now? That would be the question. Because bad actors can ignore notices for a time, just like they ignored notices in Nepal. But the thing is, when people get tired, then that's when it changes. Patricia Walling, amen. Congress and Senate should not be paid. Amen. Don't take our money if you're telling us you can't do a job. Now listen, I understand if you're saying there's not enough money or whatever, you need to go home. whatever. Okay, that's fine. But since you're inadequate to work and you got excuses why you can't, just stay home, right? Don't come back. And we, the people, will restore everything and we'll put people in office who want to be there. Joshua, so you said you had uh, three notices you sent. What government officials are you teaching now? Because part of my teaching is not just sending out notice. Sending out notice is a good thing, but you send out notice, but the fundamental law and the Constitution say that we have the right to instruct our servants. So if you are sending out notices, you should be trying to make arrangements to your government servants so you can show them what's in the Constitution. So let me know how many of them you spoke to so far. um, because that's part of our process. And, we can show with Karen Fan, Leah Cushman, the gentleman who just talked about the grand juries publicly, we taught him. As a matter of fact, um, this isn't my other phone, that's my good phone, but let me see. So, just so you can see, just some of the titles. You see that right there? Nevada forensic check on stuff. If you look, actually, this is funny. This is me and President Trump's attorney and his right hand lady on a call. So when I say we deal with government for real, we literally go directly to the government officials and we have conversation with them. Um, Let me see if I can find the one for you just so you can see uh, if it's still there. What was that one group called? It was like one group we had with 27 or so legislative officers in New Hampshire. Um, and there's many others, like tons, tons, teaching government officials around the country. I can't remember all the names. Um, but if you look here, this ain't the right phone, so it's going to just show that there was a group. You look here, here is Virginia, Josh Barnett, Amanda Chase, right? So we go to senators, we send to the principal and get copy to gov. No, I'm saying how many government officials are you teaching? Because we've shown it done across the country. So if you're doing my process, so a lot of times people come and they say, Dave, when is this going to be done? When is that going to be done? And the thing is that we have to all get out and talk. We can't just send notices and not do anything. Like, if we send notices, we should be, and they're not talking, we should go down to their committee meetings where it's public and everybody's there, and we should start asking questions in front of everybody. Let me know, Missy. Hey, hey. So the thing is that we have to take things to the next level, and you know we can't be afraid to talk to government service. We can't be afraid. Like, I should be. I told everybody, open up a YouTube, open up a Twitter, open up Rumble, open up a Odyssey, open up all these different apps, TikToks, right? And I said, "Oh, thank you so much, Susan." I ask people to do all these things, right? And then I say, take video of you going in front of the government. The documents say what the law is, but that's not you. That's not you. You can write a document and the paper can say something, but it's a much different feeling and mood when you go in front of the government officials, openly tell what the law is in the middle of their meeting during public comment, and show how they're not following it in front of people and videotape it live. and put it on your YouTube or your TikTok or your social media. That's the thing. Um, it's comfortable to just send notices. It's not as comfortable to actually go do what you say in the notices. This is why I tell people to study the law for real. Don't play a game where you partially um, study the law. You study the law for real, and then you take massive action by going in front of their face and dropping that fire at their feet, right? That's the real deal. And I know some of you guys asked me, and some of you guys sent me messages about um, turning on super chat and all this stuff. I don't know how to do that. And I don't want to monetize my YouTube because when you start monetizing, they scrutinize everything you do. So the whole time that I was on YouTube with you guys before, I never monetized my YouTubes. But for those of you who want to send a love gift, I can send a Cash App document. I never thought about going in person and talking to them. No, you don't need to get your confidence up. You just came out and talked openly right here and asked me a question. So that means your anus can do it too with them. So you got to take your anus immediately and go talk to government immediately, and you got to tape it so we can see it. Ooh, what are they going to do about the auto pan? We need to do something about the auto pan. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. After dealing with Trump's team for a year, I realize that there's a lot of people around him who are making many decisions, and he's not making as many. So, what I would like to do is jump in a lot of these issues because they're not going to prosecute. Like, after talking to them, most government officials who did wrong will not be prosecuted, or they're going to drag it out over the years to let them off. And I'm not saying that because I'm not conservative, because I am. I just realize our servants aren't good at making sure that bad actors are punished. They will allow each other to get off a little bit because they always think about what happens when they get out. You can't bring cell phone into Virginia Beach courthouse. I didn't say the courthouse. I said you should be going to your legislature immediately, like tomorrow, and making an appointment and talking to them about the things that are wrong with the law so that they can see that a judge or somebody else is doing wrong. You should also, in your notices, be CCing Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, the federal legislature, Thomas Massey, Jim Jordan, etc., letting them know that there's people who are doing actions that are unlawful. Now, we did do notice to Thomas Massey, Jim Jordan, etc., and told them about administrative tribunals and the such where judges, quote unquote, that are not judges are attacking people. And what happens is that, or what happened is they started publicly showing that these administrative tribunals were not courts. So if you send them notice openly and CC President Trump and Pam Bondi and them, then what will happen is that the people who are attacking you unlawfully will have a better chance of stopping. There's over 66 million sealed indictments. Eh, I kind of don't believe it. Right? You got to remember, people have been saying that there were sealed indictments from before Trump, from when Trump was in office last term. And he was saying before he got elected that he would actually get rid of Hillary. Like she'd go to jail if he was in office. That didn't happen. So as a people, as much as we love the good things that are done, we have to be real with the fact that they're not actively prosecuting well. Right? Like you think about all the T word, right? The crimes against America that the administration has spoken about with Comey and all these guys, and they're not prosecuting them for insurrection or crimes against the people or trying to take over the nation. It's weird. Like If you say you hid some information, you did this, you did that, that's way less than what they told us these people did. It's true. I have a picture of the website. There might be a website. I just don't believe that they're going to indict 6 million people, 600,000 people, whatever. I don't believe it because they have shown actions that are different. Um, they have shown actions that are different. So if I mean, all you got to do is just look at the Ep stuff, right? Mr. Epstein, um, he's it's been a long time since he got prosecuted, and we were told that they took little people and gave them to them, and Ghislaine was in prison for that. They moved her to a different location that is softer, and she's shutting up and quiet as heck. And before that, she was saying that she'll tell who was involved. Now she's just quiet, and everything has went still. And um, one of the thing with Trump is he said that he was going to deal with this uh, before he got elected. So if he said he was going to deal with it before he got it, what's up, Hunkin One? Um, if he said he was going to deal with this before he got elected, you know, even the first time, no, no, second time, right? How is it that the there's a fight about letting it out? Now, some people could say, okay, well, what really happened is that they didn't want, you know, how do you feel about the JAG officers 600 around the country? I don't look at that as anything real, right? Is there's a certain movement that talks about the military taking over and all this stuff. The military ain't taking over. StreamYard. Oh yeah, I got it. I think I got to get StreamYard again. I thought about that today, but it don't let me use my good mic, so it makes me angry. I believe President Trump is doing the best he can. Well, that might be true. He may be doing the best he can. But that's why we, the people, need to govern all of our servants. Because if people are moving him in a certain way where he's trapped, like his hands are tied a little bit, it's our duty. Why are we letting him face all the stuff on his own? We should be correcting and moving things so that it's not dangerous for him to be what he's supposed to be. See, for us, we have the power to fix all things. What up, Joe Flack? We got the power to fix all things in government. Hey, Sandy. They ain't even let them get in people confirmed. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. When you can't get your people confirmed, whose fault is it if we keep allowing our servants to dictate policy that would block America from being fixed? If we keep letting him suffer all alone, it's our fault. Because just like Nepal took their government back, all their power back, we have the power to take all our power back and stop this legislature from blocking everything and doing everything wrong. We can open the door and get all the Epstein arrests that we want. We can have control of the grand juries again and take them over and prosecute everybody who is doing wrong. Right? We can investigate and find out who hit FBI, who went after Trump, who they hid all the information of the coordination of the attack against Trump when they tried to harm him in Pennsylvania, and nobody's talking about it anymore. Y'all don't think that's kind of weird? Like, we have the power to do investigation, find out who was really involved, check this boy's phone records, see if he was getting coached by any CIA or FBI actors or anything like that, or if anything else was happening. This guy Robinson, who there's now pictures of him with multiple different outfits on at the time that the POW so-called happened with Charlie Kirk. We now have video showing that the dude had shorts on the ground. They said he had on pants on the roof within a minute of each other, and he was supposed to be taking apart the weapon. And they got video of him around the corner. And there's all these different other things happening. The story they told us was backwards. And we should be saying, what is going on here? And if we got the power to investigate and find out what was happening, why would we just leave it to chance? Why? Okay. So the FBI has lied to us for history. The FBI lied on Trump, right? The people who lied on Trump aren't all in prison. Can y'all help me understand why the 51 people who wrote the letter that interfered with our 2020 situation, right? Why didn't we just prosecute everybody? So the same FBI that lied on Trump is the same FBI with a new person who didn't prosecute the people who lied on Trump. We know for a fact that there was a collection of agents that put together this 51 people letter to commit insurrection against America because they tried to block Trump from being in office. And they're not all arrested. So that tells me people are saying what happens, but they're not prosecuting. Let me go deeper. We got to look at the fact that there were people in Michigan who were framed, who had the FBI make a plan to go after the governor and brought them in at the last minute without giving them full disclosure, and then tried to prosecute them. And they're not in prison. Can we go deeper? On January 6th, there were hundreds of informants, hundreds of assets out there doing stuff and dressed as Trump supporters, egging people on, trying to get drama started. And they're not all arrested. Trump is saying, I want to know all of their names. But the FBI is very good with hiding information. So, how is it that they're not arrested when it's been known that they were involved for a long time? They just hid it from the people. They got access to everybody's phones who was there. The FBI agents didn't have phones. We got the power to fix everything that's wrong in America, guys, but how is it that there could be new narcotics carrying bad people from cartels on the water carrying some products, and you can figure out who they are fast enough to shoot them with a drone and blow up their boat, and you can identify them that fast to make sure it's really them, and you know they got product? Amen, Patricia. But you can't figure out who was at January 6th as federal agents and know who they are, and they belong to you? And you don't realize that if the Fed tries to hide the stuff, you should just prosecute everybody in office? From the top down, I don't care if it's cash, I don't care who it is. You should prosecute everybody who hides information from you that you don't get today. Right? See, it's so easy to go pick their anus up and bring them into an interrogation room and let them know we're putting life on you for this insurrection if you hide this junk. So you better get to talking or we gonna have a problem. See, all this stuff about, well, they hid stuff in a secret room. And so, when they hide stuff in a secret room in some fire bags, like they were getting ready to destroy it, you won't believe what kind of stuff they hid. What? Hey, let me help you out. Right? When they say that people stole all this money, right? They had Elon do all this work in his team. They found all this stolen money, all this wrong, all this bad activity. And then you want to tell us, oh, well, now we're going to go after the SNAP people over food stamps. Wait, hold on. Wait, wait, wait. What about all the people with the high crimes and all the people who took money and did frizzard, right? I got to talk in the old like 2020 terms, right? Because I don't want them to take my account. But all these people who Elon showed was taking the money of the people, we didn't go after them. What happened? I mean, they just walking around safe. They get to hang out still. What was all that work for? You showed us a lot of wrong. Those people need to be prosecuted. I know how, right? And anybody covering them needs to go to prison. It's that easy, right? Why are we playing games with law? But we got the power to fix it. I'm telling y'all, Nepal, the 30-year-olds of the Nepal, the millennials, saw that there was a lot of corruption, a lot of wrong, a lot of evil, and they just decided we're not going to let you be over our government anymore. We need you out, and we need to put good people in. Then we need to prosecute you. That sounds like a good idea. What y'all think? Hey, once again, that good colostrum, baby. Man, I've healed so much. Y'all remember I used to have those patches in my head and all that stuff? I've been taking some good stuff. I haven't told y'all some Yeshaya Herbal Blends. That's a private membership that actually has started to help all of our people. I got rid of, look, I took some Candida stuff. Look at my arm. Can y'all see this right here? Look at that. Remember, I used to have those blotches on my head? This is what it looks like when Candida dies. I had two spots pop up or whatever, and it killed it. I just wanted to tell you about this. And we've had a whole bunch of success where multiple people had liver issues, health issues, and all types of stuff. And one lady had a kidney issue. She was literally on dialysis. They said she had days to live. She just went to a cruise. But all of them have been using this good stuff that we use called Yeshaya Herbals. I'm not I don't have those blotches on my head or all those skin tags anymore because I've been taking the natural stuff or whatever and doing better. Other people connected to me, hundreds and hundreds, have been doing way better with their health. So I do want to let you guys know that there are solutions if you need to do something for your health too. I got to reverse my type 2 diabetes. I'm stronger now. Y'all remember how skinny I was getting when I was on there? Y'all remember my face like this? I was looking like a crackhead. Watch this. Look, I even got a muscle again. Look at that. I can actually, I got a muscle again. I'm up to 265. Y'all remember I dropped down to 211 or 212. I was sad. Had cortisol issues. I didn't recognize how bad I was. Um, it was sad, you know. But I had, yeah, I'm glowing again. Like I'm getting my color back and all that stuff. I feel so much stronger. My body is better. My blood flow is better. You know, you can see my veins like popping, right? Oh yeah, definitely face looks less stressed too. I was I was jacked up. I had high cortisol, and I'm healed now, and so many other people are healed. Summer Cook, she was like terribly sick a few weeks ago. She's been taking the stuff and natural little tinctures and pills and stuff that are herbs, and she's good. How's the race car? The race car is great. I took the wheels off so I can grind down the wheels some more. Josh didn't get into office. We stopped working together a couple of years ago. He decided to go and do some things some other ways. I had some faults a little bit with some of the bigger names, um, because when we got into behind the scene conversations and I told them that I wanted them to help the people and teach the people so the people can be free and know their power and fix all this, many of the big names didn't want to do it. They didn't want to like help the people, but we the people got tons of victories. So we got thousands of victories. They wanted me to help them with cases and stuff like that, but they wouldn't tell you guys the truth, and I didn't have that. Yeah, cortisol eat your anus alive. Denise just put up the Shia Wellness PMA. That's what it is. If anybody got a link to her site, please give it to everybody too. Also, for those of you guys who asked about love gifts, let me know if you will want me to put the Cash App that I can accept love gifts from a trustee to. I do have, I don't even know how I use my Zelle. I don't know how to give out the information, but I have a Zelle. So if you want to help or give any love gifts, you're able to do it that way. Cash App is the easiest. Um, but I thank you guys for everything. You don't have to give anything, but it's always nice when somebody gives a love gift. I haven't talked to Sheriff Lamb in a long time. I recall Karen Ladd did. You guys, Karen Fan was actually good. Karen Fan did everything we told her to do. Um, so let me just tell you because y'all didn't hear. So some of the guys who were so we ain't get to talk about all this, but some people were sabotaging your reviews, scholarly reviews of the 2020 vote. And so I was teaching government officials around the country. And the government officials many times would come to me and say, "Hey Dave, this guy, who wears a suit and like got curly hair, can we share your Stan Store link?" Yeah, of course. I do have a Stan Store, guys, where I have a multitude of teachings, a whole law bundle. And we got me and Jaron Jackson. I don't know if y'all know Jaron. Jaron Jackson actually started studying with me. He's been able to do a lot of powerful things. He helped somebody get rid of a lien that was IRS, and somebody else was having their deer attacked. He made a one-page notice and knocked it down. But Jaron Jackson is a military dude who was kicking butt around the nation, who used to be friends with Clements, and he used to be friends with what's the guy's name? It was an attorney from down south. I think he was in Georgia or something. Leon Wood. Well, Jaron saw victory with us in Bible, and he started coming and connecting with us, and now he's causing a lot of ruckus around the country because he's able to show the law. Mark Lamb may be running for Andy Biggs' congressional representative seat. Hmm. Yeah, so guys, people were working full speed to stop your audits. So several legislators in different states told me, like, yeah, Dave, this certain group of people told us that if they won't work with us, if we work with you and not to do audits. They literally told them not to do audits, just do canvassing. So then when everybody jumped on the bandwagon and started acting like they were going to do canvassing, they let everything fall into the dust. Everybody lost all their time. We had me and Josh were working with people all across the country. We had 6 new studies of what happened with the 2020 situation in different states ready to go. And this certain attorney and a dude with a bow tie told them not to do audits on purpose. I don't know if y'all know this, but then after that, the guy with the guy who was running the groups for the guy with the bow tie and the attorney with the pretty hair, um, one of their handler for the 250,000 chat groups for the checking of what happened in 2020 that was so strange to us across the country. Well, that guy, his handler broke into the Arizona checking acting like he was a acting like he was a and people are telling y'all what it is in the chat, right? Acting like it was a he was a AC repairman. The dude broke in to try to sabotage it. And we have his text messages where he told he was going to do it ahead of time. So these are the guys who were leading a lot of America when they what they did was they watch us with affidavits and notices and realize how we were doing it. So then they got with a whole bunch of podcasters and a whole bunch of people to lead everybody the wrong way on purpose. And what ended up happening was is they ran all of the checkings into the dirt on purpose. They broke into the Arizona version of it. One guy did, who is the handler on all the chats that were online. And then they all partnered together and lifted each other up. So one guy, I think they said, got $300,000 or $500,000 given to him by the public from people on YouTube and the such. Um, Even though he was fighting against everybody getting a check on 2020. So all the stuff that happened with Biden could have not happened if people would have been allowed to check. These people were telling your government servants to not check. I'm just giving y'all some real knowledge and truth and wisdom about what happened. These people got your servants to not check. And I'm telling y'all, it's sad because a lot of us don't look with knowledge and wisdom. But I was in some of the podcaster group talks and I heard them say stuff like, um, this dude, we think he's an agent. And then they wouldn't tell y'all. And I couldn't work with him no more. I'm like, wait, this dude is likely an agent. He's threatening you and you won't tell everybody? Like, America is on the line and you won't tell? I'm telling y'all, like, there's certain stuff like being a guy from the ghetto that I just couldn't roll with. I'm like, dude, that looks like that looks like you're selling out your country. It looks like a setup, right? So they allowed people to keep going. They supported them. They made their name. Yeah, somebody is telling Numachan is telling about the GoFundMe stuff and all that. He walked out and was on administrative leave. He got 350K. Yeah. So, oh gosh, CanCon had him back on. Yeah. So a lot of these guys know better. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Y'all tell me how much y'all would like me to tell, cause I love the heck out of y'all. Yeah. Um, the dude, uh, Oat Man, had a court case where he could have brought everything and showed how the head guy of some company did wrong. He brought nothing to court. So the stuff he showed us apparently wasn't real, or he didn't trust in it enough because he didn't give it to the court. This could have solved issues for everybody, but people lost millions of dollars getting sued by that big company because Oatman never showed what he said happened in court. That junk is sad. Let me tell you another one. Neil had one too. Okay, so Clements was telling government officials not to do checkings of 2020 all over the country. Him, Cashel, Oatman, and Frank were telling people don't check. Do canvassing. Checking costs too much. We could have stopped everything that happened in 2020. These dudes said go the other way. I can't believe some of these guys. I'm gonna tell you this. So One of the government officials I was teaching was at the symposium. One of them, because there's more than one. One of the government officials that I was teaching was at the symposium. This government official recorded at the symposium, the first one, I believe it was, they were telling that there was no such thing of PCAPs and it was all fake. I'm telling y'all, Mike Lindell and all these other guys knew that there was no such thing of PCAPs on the first event. And they got recorded by a government official who realized they couldn't trust these people because they were lying to the American people. One of their workers was getting drunk at the freaking bar and let it slip out that there was no such thing as PCAPs. Now, when people said on live, I'm going to show y'all something better than PCAPs, I knew, better than PCAPs? That means you don't want to show PCAPs no more, so there's something else going on. But I got the word that they got recorded and they lied. There was never any PCAPs. Now, Mike Lindell and his company, I believe, allegedly, just went to court not too long ago. And they came out telling people, we won, we won, we won. What they didn't tell you is that Mike also didn't show any evidence of there being a taking of the whatever with that company. So you had open around you. You knew these dudes was lying. You knew that there was no PCAPs. And you led people on for all this time. Guys, don't you remember there was an article that came out in the newspaper like New York Times or something, allegedly saying we put together a whole bunch of media people, attorneys, judges, prominent people across the country to go against Trump when he did challenges? How in the world are you doing challenges? How did you know he was going to be doing challenges before 2020? How did you know? What was going to happen in America? What was going to happen in America that was going to make Trump for sure do challenges to the whole picking of who was going to be in government situation? So Mike Lindell raised a ton of money through his pillows. A lot of these podcasters were working together with him, getting everybody to get the pillow, saying that he was a nationwide savior so much, right? He's a patriot. But all these people were connected to each other. They started taking the guy who was working with the curly head attorney as their handler for their channels. They all were working together, all getting money together, and they all were quiet about what happened in 2020. Now it's crazy as heck that they're all just popping up again and showing each other again. I don't understand how you know that those PCAPs, the packet captures from computers that caught people stealing the so-called choosing from Italy, you knew it was fake and you lied to the American people. You had people showing up to freaking symposiums when you knew you lied. People have fake evidence against this guy. I think the lady's name is Chanel Ryan, who got sued from one of the new media companies. The media company got sued. People lost jobs, millions of dollars over a freaking lie. Like, listen, we knew that there were things wrong with 2020 without anybody from some company called Onion or something like that. Dumb Onion something, I don't know what it's called. We didn't need any information from them or anybody talking about them to win our country back in 2020. Yeah, and Tina went to jail. So Tina Peters were working with them. She's in jail. When she went to go visit them, they raided her office. How is everybody always getting in trouble in this group? How does everybody always know when somebody's going to be in their presence? I'm just telling y'all, please share this if you enjoy the content. If you don't like what I'm saying, I understand, but I got to tell y'all the truth, right? So the thing is, why in the world would we have to go after a software company as if they said something wrong, which Oatman seemed to maybe not be the most forthcoming with evidence about when he went to court? He didn't have it, or he didn't say it was there, but he was telling us it was there, and I think he might have played it for us at one time. But then we find out he don't use that when he goes to court, so he must not believe it enough. But they got us going crazy, and he rises to the top of the fight. The curly head attorney rises up to the top of the fight, but he was a never Trumper just a couple of months before, and everybody starts following these guys, and then they shut down all of the other. We're the only ones who, so notice we had a fight with them, right? And we're the only ones to get a 2020 check, full forensic. But all those guys who were together, where the world can see the ballots because Jovan has showed it to us. I mean, guys, how was it that those same people were allowed to control everything that was going on, and then they blocked you from getting access to their government officials? They were all in unison working together. They were all attacking good work. And then they all end up friends, all working together, all pop back up on YouTube at the same time. YouTube agreed to give our accounts back, but now I'm wondering, I'm like, why? Because they're all coming back together and giving you the same faces again. One of those people told you, I'm not going to be helping y'all anymore because it's dangerous now. That person who said it was dangerous and he was leaving to protect his wife, and how he said, if it ever becomes trouble or dangerous, I'm walking away from the people. I told y'all that in the first place. People collected money from the people, all that stuff. Now he's back on. I just saw him post up 2 videos. I'm like, what the freak is this? What's this stuff? This is weird. Y'all gonna try to sell us the same people again? Now, guys, I got to come out again and tell y'all. See, I have stuck with you and Jovan, have not really committed. Well, there you go. I mean, the thing is, me and Jovan don't work together like this. I just know Jovan did the real audit because the people who were in the know told me to write the notice that picked him. So I know what he did, and I work with Karen Fan to teach her personally, so I know everything that was done by Jovan. So I really worked with government, taught them behind the scenes, taught Karen Fan through Zooms. She gave it to her PCs, right? Precinct committeemen. I got to teach face to face. So she talked to me about Jovan. So I know he did it. I know the work he did, right? I've seen the work. I've seen the evidence. I've seen the misaligned matrix on the paper of the where's my pen? If I had a pen, I would write it down for y'all. Oh yeah. So I seen the paper for the, maybe I need to write it backwards. I seen the oh, my writing is so bad. Let me redo that. I seen the paper for this, right? So I know that there were things that were misaligned that seemed to be on purpose. I know. We didn't need to be talking about some dude. And I can tell y'all, we can still use the documents. We can still use the documents that he has to fix everything that went wrong to an extent in America. Everything, right? Everything that we saw that we don't like, we can show y'all didn't follow the right process. Therefore, we're investigating everything. We can go all the way back, check everybody's records that were involved, check communications between our servants. You know why? Because they came to us. We don't have to have a court case to demand that they give us access to the stuff they used in our nation. It belongs to the people, right? So I'm saying if y'all want to bring that smoke, if y'all want to bring that action, we've been live for 100 minutes and 56 seconds. Y'all let me know if y'all want to take America back. Y'all want to fix stuff. Now I'm going to let y'all know. The same people who were working with little kids to try to sell them to people, they're going to come after me again. They're going to bring the same actors because they know I'm telling the truth. And we expose them too. Some guys tried to come against us, and I showed his record live. I showed his record and his twice charges going after little babies. Yeah, we busted him. 33rd degree Freemason in Virginia. Tried to make videos about me with some fake stuff with some other people connected to some other people who've been proven or said to with sworn testimony, be taking little people and sending them off to overseas, the same place that Hunter Biden got in trouble. Yeah, that, right? But let me know if you guys are enjoying this. Please share. Let me know if y'all want to take real action to get this nation back. Let me know if you enjoyed this live. Let me know if you want me to do this all the time, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. Let me know if you guys want to actually take real documents, real affidavits, real notices, teach your government live, show them that we are not having it. Guys, with YouTube, I remember me and 9 other people, we had 54 million views in like a few days, right? So YouTube was hiding the numbers, but we were off the charts, right? So, and it was reported in the newspaper, like in the federal news, right? Like nationwide news. So if you guys want some real remedy, you want that real action, you want that real smoke. Oh, wait, I forgot. I forgot I was supposed to give y'all some stuff. Hey, Ken Rock. A lot of you guys have asked. I forgot again, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the Cash App that you guys can give love gifts to because I keep forgetting. And I'm going to tell you guys, we're going to get heavy. People, paper, programs. That's right. I'm going to give you guys real remedy, though, real truth, real law. You know, I'm thankful to God for opening up my YouTube again. And people, I've missed some of you guys. I knew that I had to work fast to try to get information out there. And I'm going to put it in the chat. So, guys, look in the chat. That's the Cash App. And it will say Jessica Laws on there when you get in, so don't think it's anything strange. This is the correct one. Yeah, Jovan was definitely hit with something crazy they poisoned him with, and it was sad, super bad, and it was messed up, it was really messed up. And I tried to tell him, I'm like, bro, like, don't be out here leaving yourself. Oh yeah, and I saw Candace too. I saw Candace before she got messed up. I told her, I said, don't be drinking drinks after anybody. Don't be allowing people to get access to what you're drinking because you're a target now. And she wasn't listening really, and she went out and she got poisoned. And then after the fact, I told her, I said, Candace, like, I saw her fingernails. I'm like, let me see your nails. And she let me look. I said, Candace, go get this right now. Like, don't pass go. She went and got it, and she started taking it. And I said, Candace, somebody has poisoned you with arsenic. Where did you go in front of people where you drank something? And she said, oh, I was at this event or whatever. And that's when I started feeling sick. I said, Candace, you got poisoned. And then they went back and looked at the dang video. Candace got up to speak. There was a guy sitting a couple of tables over with, um, he was sitting at a table for 2 hours before she got there. She got there, she went up to speak. He ran by, dropped something in her drink, and kept going. And she ended up getting sick. And so I told her what to take to deal with arsenic poisoning. But Jovan, I heard, was with Oat Man and got some stuff sprayed on him or whatever. And he was seeing hallucinations and messed up for days. And I told them, I'm like, dude, stop freaking playing like everybody is your friend, right? Stop playing like you're not dangerous, right? So I'm telling you guys, yeah, you can reach me on Telegram at Dave Cares for You. Everybody, please get Telegram app. All of you guys, just like the people in Nepal, they were on Discord when they decided to take their nation back. They used Discord to vote for who they were going to have as the new head of the country. Now I'm telling you guys that you have the power to be able to do the same. Telegram is a free app that's encrypted, is what we've been using, and you have the power to be able to. Telegram isn't tough. Why would you say Telegram is tough to use? It's not tough at all. It's easy. My dad, who's in his 70s, uses Telegram, right? Many people I know who are elderly are on our Telegram chats and groups and kicking butt. It's not hard at all. But anyway, um, the people came together as 30-year-olds and took back the nation. You don't like the way it works. Well, I mean, the thing is this: sometimes when you want to be free and you want to save your country, you don't give a freak about what you don't like, right? Like I wouldn't usually like TikTok, but it helped me to be able to reach a lot of people that I couldn't reach. I don't like to have to spend extra time covering myself, right? But you have to if you want to be free and you want to be victorious. So I never speak negatively about things that God has allowed me to use to free the people. I don't come on my lives and spend time talking about what doesn't work and how I did this or that and it didn't do something. I have the most wins in America by God, right? And my people. We got thousands of wins. So it to me, if I had a couple of notices that didn't do what I wanted them to do, I have thousands of wins. And the only way by God that I have thousands of wins is because I trusted God enough to use what our forefathers said and what the Bible said and applied it to get massive victory, right? So people who don't win spend their time talking about what didn't work, when is this or that going to happen, how is it that we're going to get the government to listen. Look, if you're doing the freaking real work, you get massive victory and you win way more than somebody who does nothing. So there's a lot of things that I don't like to do. I don't like the fact that CPS took my kids, but I understand it's what was necessary to get me in gear to learn the law to free tons of people across the nation, right? So we either got to be big boys and big girls or we got to be clowns. We can't be both, right? So I'm not going to complain about stuff that happened to me that God used to make me a better man. I'm not going to complain about what didn't work at one time when God has given me victory and safety and health and more than I could even imagine. I never thought that I would teach government officials, but I've taught government officials clear across the country as a nobody, nothing dude from the ghetto, right? I could say, oh, my mom had mental illness when I was younger, and I'm so sad and broken because she died and I didn't get to have the relationship I wanted. No, God made me tough. God made me a bad mama jamma through my suffering. So what is it if a government official didn't respond to notice? Who gives a freak? What is it if uh you know what is it What is it if I've had pain? Who cares? Right? It makes you a monster. I love the fight. I love the pain. I love everything that got me to where I am today. And I will say that by government officials not listening to me when I went through my CPS fight, now hundreds of people have been able to keep thousands upon thousands in just Chrysler, Ford, and GM alone got to not get a plunge in their arm. Right? I know people who have passed away after getting that. And I got people around the country who have not had to get it because I've learned the law. I learned the law because I went through struggle. Right? Only full forensic checking of 2020 because I suffered. We saved thousands of people's jobs with shutdowns and PMAs. I became the best PMA creator in the entire nation because I suffered. Because somebody didn't listen. Cool, let's bring it. Right? It's all God, Olivia. God has brought us to do amazing things, and he let me go through the fire. He let me go through the water, and I didn't drown. He let me go through the fire, and look, I'm still the same color. I'm not even burned up, right? You got to praise God. God knows exactly what he's doing, and God loves. So sorry, Missy. God loves to see those who trust in him and have faith in him. The wicked can only see the physical things that have happened. The wicked can only see, amen, Rebecca, the physical things that happen. The righteous can see the possible in Christ before it even happens. The righteous can realize that what Satan meant for your destruction is what God used to save many. There has been hundreds of baptisms across the nation, people coming to Christ because I suffered. YouTube teaching about the law because I suffered. Right? So we got 101 people watching right now because I suffered. And each and every one of those 101 people got the power to change America. There's more people watching right now than the people who signed the Declaration of Independence. There's more people who are knowledgeable in law in America who can actually teach and outdo any attorney because I suffered. It's amazing, right? So, did I have to do some things that's uncomfortable? Heck yeah, but so what, right? So what? I got stronger, right? Look, when I have an issue where my blood sugar was too high and I had to reverse it, was it easy? No. Did I like having to run after a meal? No. Did I like having to go get a navigator, a big old truck, and push it across a parking lot after I eat a meal? No. But did it help me? Yeah. Right? When you got to remember, okay, I got to take my herbal tinctures, right? 2 times a day at times, right? Is it convenient? No. Will it save your life? Heck yeah. Everything that we want, everything that we desire takes for you to do something. Takes for you to be uncomfortable, right? You can say, I would rather be eating pizza right now. Who cares? Be a freaking beast. Go after what you need. Go after what you want, right? Give God something to bless. If we don't believe what God has given us, hey, Carl Knight, if we don't believe that what God told us is true about our own potential, we ain't gonna go after things. Jess, you gotta send it to me on Telegram. If we don't believe what God said, we ain't gonna do nothing that he can bless. So I'm thankful and I'm happy. And I'm happy for all of you guys coming. Once again, if you want to give any love gift, it's right up there in the pinned messages. You can give it through Common Laws. As a matter of fact, if you give a love gift, I want you to follow me on Telegram at Dave Cares For You. And I want to give you a free law class today. one of our fire law classes we'll pick. Um, and guys, we've put together some classes like 2.5 to 5 hours long that are monstrous. Like when Trump's people came to our classes, they were blown away and trying to tell every attorney they knew. They're like, man, I got to show this first. I got to show Trump. I showed her some teaching, and she showed it to Trump, and she was like, "You probably think this crazy, huh?" Trump's like, "No, I love it. I can show y'all where Trump was on the golf course. Like, can you get this guy to help me with my cases?" So then he's asking for me, and the person talks to me, whatever, and then it's like a day or two later, he's like, "Oh, can you please get this guy do all my cases?" I'm like, "Look, let's just do two. And if we put the stuff together for you to two of your cases done, you'll see what's up. And if you take action, I'll help you with every single other one." But this is stuff that I've been doing behind the scenes, guys, that none of you guys pretty much knew about because I had to keep it a secret. But the classes are fire. I promise you, they are the best classes anywhere. There's nothing like it. Now, I would like to set up my StreamYard. I don't have any apps. I gotta go record a judgment. Girl, go get the free app. Telegram is free. It's free 99. It's cheap as heck. But I will tell you guys that God is good, and we got a lot of victory and a lot of opportunities and a lot of powerful things have happened for us. We do have some of the best fighters in America, like Clint in the comments, Jaron, Jill, um, Alan, Riley, Flack, Denise, some of the best fighters in the world now. And hopefully I can bring them on soon so you guys can see the knowledge and wisdom they have. It'll scare you, right? I mean, they go head up with attorneys. Oh, we took over Twitter too. I didn't get to tell y'all. We went head up with attorneys, judges, government officials, etc. on Twitter. And you guys will see that they're whooping people up. Yep, summer too, of course. This is the problem. It's so many freaking winners that we have now that we can't even. I couldn't name all of them. It's so many. You would leave some out because there's just so many. Oh yeah, angry fleas don't come out talking that stupid no more. Bruce A, teach us how to fight. I would love to. You need a new microphone, Dave. No, I'm just a distance away from the microphone. I'm about a foot and a half away, and I have my microphone settings set up for other types of service. Like I close it down because on other apps it's so freaking loud it overpowers the people. So I dropped it 25 decibels. So it may be that on YouTube I need to just click the knob. But I will test if the Lord wills and see. This is my first live, so I can't hear it. And if I was closer like this, you would hear it even better. But I'm leaning back far in my chair, and then everybody else can hear it. So it might be your device too. But if you have enjoyed this live, please go to the comments and give me a 1. If you think this live sucks, give me a 2. If you don't care either way, give me a 3. And if you enjoyed it, please share it with the people. If you didn't, that's fine. But guys, I will drop a lot of law knowledge, a lot of truth, a lot of information if you guys are down. No, look, y'all dropping it in the chat. I want you to wait until the video ends. Go to the comments and drop it in the comments. And I want y'all to share it with people. If you want to free America, if you want to redeem the time, if you want to do those things God has given us to do, I promise if the Lord lets me live, I'm down to help and give you that freaking fire and make you the best, period. No freaking questions asked, right? Nobody will be able to mess with your law knowledge. You will be the literal best. If you want to know about the private teachings we have that are often pointed, your voice is easy on the ears. It's light. That's the problem. But if you guys want private teaching, I do have a list of courses and private memberships that are highly from foundational all the way up to expert stuff. And we break it down line upon line, line upon line, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. None of that stuff where it's just like flood you with stuff you can't comprehend. Literally, It is teaching that has changed America because the best fighters took it. So I was encouraged to do that. So if you are interested in the private teachings, get with me on Telegram at symbol Dave Dave cares Cares for FORUYOU. Dave cares for you as one word. And you'll find me, Dave Jose, there. There could be some fake people. Just check in with me to make sure it's me. And I will the best educational tools. They're private memberships. We have a bundle that's one set fee, and we have some memberships and teachings that are less expensive. So if you guys are looking to gain that knowledge, there's people who can give testimony about how good it is. There's nothing else like it in America. But guys, thank you for coming today. This was my first live, like real live back. And I plan on doing a lot more and bringing out some heavy truth. And if you guys would, in the comment section of this video, let me know some ideas of what you want to deal with in law that you want to learn in order to be able to make big change in America. And we could get that work in, we could get that action in and have some fun. But with that being said, guys, this video is yours. I love y'all. Y'all stay out of trouble. It's been a cool 2 hours. Peace.